Hello. Sorry about that, guys. I was telling the story. Telling the story about all these, but clearly it wasn't making its way through. So, yes, I was talking, but I guess I was talking to myself. Let me go back a little bit. This was the first one that I made in the sequence. It was called First Materials Test. It was the first painting I made with these paint markers that my sister got me for Christmas. That really made me uh, think substantially about using these for an entire sequence. The next one we have here is called Getting Comfortable. And I don't really like to name them, but I kind of only name them for the story. There is a storyline that runs through all of these pieces. It's called Proof of Thought, with a undertone of with you in mind. There's a lot of symbology. There's a lot of numerization of this release that I tried to tie together in order to really tell a special story that hit me deeply in the heart. And yeah, finally felt like it was time to move it out into the world. So I called this one Getting Comfortable. And this was about the time when I had just returned home. No, I guess it was after it was Christmas time. So maybe perhaps I was going back in my psyche and pulling out a storyline from what happened and my best recount of that. I like this one because it looks like there's a shadowy figure with a long trench coat and a top hat, or I don't even know, like a 1960s detective. Next one we called Falling Apart. This was when everything just started to compound on top of me, and I felt like the world was incredibly heavy, and I started to not necessarily care about order or form and just really let the colors run. This one, a beautiful mess, completely uh, just non no form. This was all ink blots or paint blots that happened to find their way into a beautiful structure on this page. A reminder: these are all available on OpenSea. I'm actually releasing them for sale right now as this live stream is going on. So it might take a while. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Um, I wish there was a faster way to do this. I could use some extra hands. If I had four hands, you know how good I'd be at things. All right. This one I dubbed Lost in the Sea of Subconscious. Just two lost souls swimming in this fishbowl for years. What is it? What is he saying? You know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, it's about the time I was painting these. I know I did them all on live stream, but I was really going through a tough time of feeling like my brain wasn't all there. I'm not exactly sure what happened or why it happened or when it happened, but all of a sudden I was just not together with myself. Um, Abstracting shapes, as it's been dubbed the uh, on the open sea. It's really just a. I looking back at these, I'm like, I can't even remember what mind state I was in where I was drawing these. I feel like I don't want to say a completely different person because obviously I'm still me, but wow, it's just so sparse. There's hardly anything on here. There's a couple lines, a couple colors, and there's still rhythm. I mean, there's balance, of course, but I have to say, I think I was either just having fun or really lost in the sauce. This one was the first one in the sequence where I was drawing the white and I didn't put the mind stamp down. And I called it "Where Is My Mind." Definitely, if you guys know uh, the song by the Pixies, great song. "Where Is My Mind." A favorite of, well, definitely mine, but group of people I grew up with just love that song. This one is called "Out There Somewhere." And just so you know, I gave all these titles just the past couple days in order to kind of tell a story, bit of a love story that inspired these deeply. There are a bunch of symbolic meanings and a person in mind when I made all these. So, um, yeah, definitely had someone in mind when I was making these. And for better or for worse, uh, it was a bit of sadness while I was making them. And I don't know why. Perhaps it was lack, perhaps it was wanting, but knowing that I couldn't have it, not it, but be a part of their life the way I wanted to be. What did I call this one? I called this one Brick Roads. Hmm. Again, it's just this abstraction of shapes and colors. They loosely put an image together, and I think that's all I was able to do at the time. Here's a deep question: what is reality? Um, on the NFT page, I decided to call it zooming in because this is when I really started to take a microscopic look at perhaps there's something wrong on the inside of me, and it's not just my mind. It could be chemical, it could be DNA, it could be something more. And I was really questioning what the heck is real. I had no clue. We were in the midst of the pandemic. The world was bleak. My outlook was bleak. I was sad. Was cold. Still at home, but not having a fun time. My whole world had changed. How small can we get? First atomization. Good balance of rhythm here. I am going through the posting process of this on OpenSea. So if at one point I'm not talking, it's just because I'm clicking buttons. I gotta say, uploading these takes quite a while, but it's a lot of fun. Get to tell a story of string theory. I have so many of these that I did upload, and I'm sitting here uploading these, and I'm questioning whether or not I questioned myself before the stream too of whether or not these were um, whether or not these were enough. I have a lot. I have a lot of these paintings, and I wanted to post all of them, but for some reason I felt compelled to tell a story with them. Um, Thinking that maybe that would be the best way to kind of share my woes that I was experiencing. But as I sit here and I'm talking out loud and going through the thought process, I'm really wishing I kind of would have shared all of them because there's so many. They're unique in their own right. They're all different paintings, but I don't know. I just feel like perhaps I'm shorting myself by not sharing all of them. Maybe there's another way to do more, share more, have more available eventually. But um, I don't know. I'm a little bit. Um, I don't want to say lost for words, but this one, by the way, I called this an infinite void. In case you were wondering. Bye, Hannah. Bye. Where are you still staying? An infinite void. So yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I thought I had a goal with this. My goal is to share my work. I am planning to offer prints to the purchasers of the NFTs, but as I go further, I continue to question. I recently deleted Instagram from my phone, Snapchat from my phone. I took TikTok off my phone. I still have the accounts, but for some reason I'm so confused and trying to understand why I felt compelled at all to post anything ever, or why I'm even doing a live stream of this. Um, and I guess it's to share with people who don't typically do this or take a sense of pride in my work. And to them, I say thank you, appreciate that. Um, but I'm still trying to make sense of it all. After taking Instagram off my phone, I look at. I mean, it's only been, geez, like 2 weeks now, and I'm looking at life differently in the sense that I'm so confused why I feel the necessity to post anything. And I had someone contact me to do an Instagram post, and it threw me for a loop because I was like, well, then I have to re-download Instagram, but I also have like never done an advertising post on Instagram because I don't really like to do that. Um, would I compromise my decision to get off Instagram in order to make a post? I don't know. It's a bit confusing to me. This one actually already posted, but I'm not sure. I can't necessarily say what I'm feeling right now. It's just a sense of apathy for this ever increasing digital world. I think it's pretty dangerous. I was thinking back on my childhood, and I was wondering if playing, Pokemon or handheld video games, which was basically a revolution for uh, my generation. It's so it took me away from a lot of potential memories with family or friends or whatever it might be. Of course, it built memories, but it also has me thinking that there's something I missed. Ryan, how you doing, man? I'm going through the process of recounting removing Instagram from my phone and how it's making me think about the memories that I feel like I might have missed out on because my attention was focused on a video game, like a handheld video game, or something that wasn't the life around me, and how that has bred into cell phone culture and how that can funnel its way into me not having many memories of childhood because it was all spent playing a video game. It's kind of sad. Of course, that's my life. It is what it is, but just something I've been thinking about. And now, as I'm going through this, concerned that I'm not sharing enough of these paintings because I have almost 200 of them, and I decided only to share 69 of them for a particular numerological reason, based on the love story that I wrote in the titles and captions of these pieces that were probably pretty disjunct and difficult to understand for anyone that doesn't take the time to look at it. Um, so yeah, perhaps my wacky idea is a bit out of the ordinary and difficult to comprehend, which makes me consider why am I only posting 69 of them when I could really be posting, um, all 200 of them. They're all different and all unique, and perhaps people like them for certain reasons that I don't necessarily care for. Like this one, I like it. It's called Chains to Change, and amino acid chains. One of the through lines of this whole journey is that the storyline that I'm telling in these paintings is that I was this person who I thought I was, and then eventually I started to become not the person I thought I was, falling apart, atomizing, having to put myself back together. And it was a very difficult journey all the way down to the DNA cellular level, um, that I guess I wasn't necessarily prepared for in any way, shape, or form. But regardless, I was able to defeat that challenge and come out on top. So it's a unique journey. Right now, I'm in the rebuilding of DNA part of the story, and it's, I don't know. I guess it's not necessarily in thought. It was better than it was in action, and that's okay. I will live with my choices. But ultimately, I guess I wish I would have done more. I can always do more. But maybe this is just the first round. Let's go with that. You can always add more. It's not over with. The red and black contrast is fun. This was when I started to add color back into it. But yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm releasing them as NFTs because I don't really want to part ways with the physical pieces. It's kind of hard. It's an uncomfortable thing. Yeah, Ryan, it's been a long time, man. I've been disinterested in being on camera, doing any of these live streams, being social for that matter. It's just part of my life. See, we're doing more DNA structuring here. Mm-mm. Organizational structure is the name of this one on the NFT page. Um, so yeah, just going through the process. It's nice to relive these and look at them again with a critical eye and question myself and what was I thinking and what was I doing and why was I feeling this way. It's um it's fun. Also going just even looking back through this giant stack. I mean, there's literally a stack of 200 of these, and I look back at them and it takes me back to a time and place where I was like really going through some stuff. It's cool to see where my non-logical brain was. That tends to be why I create. It's just these moments, captured moments, in order to look back at how I was feeling at a certain point in time. So it's weird. It's weird looking back at these and saying I can't. Like I look back at a lot of stuff I made from 6 months ago, and can't even believe that I made it. Truly, uh, tends to be the case though. All the time. Every 6 months, I look back at stuff and I'm like, dang, I don't even know how I did that, when I did that, why I did that. It's pretty fun. But the fun part of these is that they are incredibly small. But then when I do anything with the high res digital scans, they can be huge. I mean, I can make giant prints of these, which I really want to try. I want to print them on canvas. I think that'd be a good way to share these properly. It's a lot of clicking buttons to upload some NFTs. Is anyone in here familiar with NFTs? Are you guys even care? Might be reaching out the wrong audience with this, but I'm doing my best. I want to share my work. can imagine how exciting this is to watch from the outside. Me clicking buttons. I think probably what I'll do is I'll just do a time lapse of me showing all these. It's one of the reasons why I like the live stream, because afterwards I get to take the video and basically like I can cut the live stream down. I don't have to record anything. It just records to YouTube, and then YouTube compresses it. A much smaller video, so I don't have to edit anything. I don't have to deal with uploading two SD cards of super high res footage. I really just want the bigger concept. Oh, don't want to do that. How did I get to that one? There we go. People really like this one. Someone bought a print of this one in India. Thought that was unique. Called information distillation. Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm doing this live stream. I'm questioning why I'm doing the live stream. I'm questioning why I'm posting these even. I'm questioning why I didn't post all of them. I think there's supposed to be an answer. I wasn't even really going to do this today. I just decided to randomly make it happen rather than sit around and wait. Been sitting on these paintings for quite some time now. Only just recently uploaded them. They've been scanned forever. It's hard to know what to do with art once you finish it, unless you're actively trying to sell it, which with these, I don't really want to sell the originals. I really enjoy them. I love to look at them. Um, I know someone else might on their wall as well, but I think I just have separation anxiety and don't want to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but maybe I should share. Maybe this is a lesson in sharing. I have to be willing to. I have to be willing to let go. That's been the theme for the past little bit. Should I do a Kanye West and play an unfinished album I have? This is the original Blew My Mind, where that sentence concept came together. If you've seen my big, big pieces called Blew My Mind, you'll know. This poem is good, called Everything is Nothing. Less is more. Speak with silence. Trust that absence can be presence. Wishful thinking wills and answers arrival. Listen for meaning in between breaths. There are words within the nothingness. What's up, Cooper? Yeah, dude, I'm doing NFTs. I'm dropping these live as I go. I'm putting them up for sale as I go. So if anyone wanted any, of course you can wait until the one you want comes up. But I'm going through not chronologically, just in the order of the story that I created in order to create a poetic sense of the life I lived from December 20th to March 25th, when my brain was absolutely falling to bits. I laugh at the MIND I, I jokingly called it Macklin's imminent neurological decline because for some reason it felt like my brain literally was melting. I know I've heard in the past that around 25 is when your brain chemistry changes, and it's supposed to it's just supposed to change your brain, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a neurologist by any means, but it's what I've heard, and it's totally possible that it was what was happening to me. But at the same time, I mean, I was not doing good. I was really questioning everything, really curious about the world around me, but like in a sadistic, negative way. And yeah, sheesh, it was just not all right. But put on a good face and kept going and kept making stuff. That's what kept me moving for sure. Just I don't know. I had these markers, and every day at this time I was live streaming a lot. I felt a responsibility to live stream. I felt like I had to continue to create stuff, which was really nice. Um, so I don't know. In some sense, it was good. This was grounding, stabilizing, kept me um, from really losing myself. And if I did lose myself, I lost it in a how do I say it? I lost it in a contained area, a 4 by 5 inch contained area, over and over and over again. So at least I was able to create something out of it. All right, this one is an Egyptian king, pharaoh. Excuse me. So sorry. How's 2021? 2021's been much better, honestly. I mean, it was rough at the beginning of the year. Summer's been really good. I think I'm a summer animal. I I have no interest in being around in the winter, being in the cold in the winter. Excuse me. I can't stand it. I feel like I'm a turtle or something. I need to be in warm weather. Winter just beats me up. It's cold. It's rainy, snowy, dark. Sun sets at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Excuse me. That's Norway. Sun sets at 5 p.m. Don't know why I said 2 a.m. I'm thinking about other things here, like aliens. But yeah, it's been good. I turned off the TV, turned off Instagram, turned off Snapchat. I'm posting tweets just to at least let people know what the heck's going on in my life. Decided randomly I was going to drop these today. Feels pretty good. I don't know. Nice to release them to the world. Smiley faces. These were big. This is one of the first drawings for smiley faces. I called it Spawning Joy on the NFT release. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm feeling better. I think I get down on myself a lot. Tends to be the case. I enjoy the work I create. I I feel like it's unique. It's definitely unique to me. No one else has made the stuff I've made. That's nice. Except the smiley faces, of course. But I don't know. Sometimes like, yeah, it's just not that good. I think I have really high standards, and I look at some things and just don't see what I once saw in it, and then the next day I do, and then the next day I don't. It's just it's kind of an ever changing thing, which I don't love, but it's part of life. And yeah, I think maybe I just like to, for once, not be so hard on myself. That tends to be my. Who was I talking to about this? I'm typically I'm very hard on myself. I have very high standards, and if I don't achieve them, I don't allow myself to celebrate, which is really frustrating. So this is kind of just, maybe this is me allowing myself to let off some of the steam. Of course, I'm not releasing all. I think there's like 200 of these, seriously, that I made, and I don't know. I told a story with it. There is a story in the titles and the what's it called, descriptions of these pieces on the NFTs. You'd have to sort by oldest to really understand it. You have to read it through, but yeah, me and my me and my mind had a fun time writing this one out. I love this piece, by the way. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of artwork I've ever made. I actually have no intention on ever selling this one, unless for some reason someone has to have it and they promise that they're going to keep it very safe. But it's hard. It's hard to let go of a lot of these. It means so much. They were such a um, safe place for me when I was going through some rough times. They really helped me feel okay. So, it's kind of like giving up your childhood stuffed animal. Someone wants to buy your childhood stuffed animal. What are you gonna say? Probably not. I don't see why you would. This one was such a fascinating piece. Um, I was marvelously hungover, felt absolutely horrible, and this is what came out of that. Felt pretty shaky. Felt totally out of whack, but for some reason it just all worked out. The travel checklist. If you're about to get back on the road and go somewhere, make sure you have these things. You need change. You need to have premonitions. You need a wishbone, which is in the next painting. You need balance. You need to be kind of humble. And don't be afraid to be juxtaposed and opposite to yourself while walking on eggshells. So this one is called Buddy, and during the live stream creation, um, during the live stream creation of it, I told someone that I would be selling this one for 2 Bitcoin. So right now, 2 Bitcoin is how many Ethereum? That's what we need to know. 29. Oh, no. No. 2 Bitcoin is 28.92 Ethereum. So we're going to do that. Yep. So this is officially a very expensive piece. But yes, I made sure to list it for exactly what I said I'll list it for, which is 2 Bitcoin. not gonna not do that. You know what I mean? There is one on here that's already been given away. It's a picture of a duck. It's already gone at its rightful owner's home. That's a very important person in this storyline. Cool. This one was unique because it just the paint was just running like crazy. Contrast is great. Coffee hurts me. Had a bad coffee or something. I'm not sure what happened, but I just kept having a really bad time drinking coffee. I think all in all, my body was just completely out of whack. Something was happening to me. I did not feel good. My body was out of whack. I wasn't eating properly. My brain was melting. I was trying to make sense of the world around me. And yeah, I couldn't. This one's fun. It is the liquidity hero. Uh, I actually drew this before I even knew what OpenSea was. Thought that was pretty cool. But time has been flowing differently for me for a little while now. I feel like I quite literally have traveled back in time and like revisited people from my past, but just in different bodies. It's so weird. It's like the same soul, but in a new form. So it's bizarre. I like it. I like it a lot, but it's also really weird. So, in case you're wondering about my relationship with time, this one's good. This one has a Bitcoin on it. In case you're crazy about Bitcoin, you want to invest and inspire some people, check it out. Man, we're going off right now, listing all these. This is great. Needed to happen. I do have so many more. I'm telling you guys, there's a lot. This one's going. I actually already have someone that's interested in this one. So I want to thank Umar for the inspiration on this piece. Really talented artist. He's doing a psychedelic renaissance piece right now. Oh wow, this stream's gonna come in under 1 hour. How great! This one is called How to Heal, and it says forgiveness will birth peacefulness. So you have to be willing to forgive. You have to be willing to forget. I guess forget is a difficult one. Not everyone's gonna forget, but you have to be willing to forgive. And if you do forgive, you can have peace in your mind. This one is called Easing My Mind. I found that repetitive patterns over and over again, drawing them endlessly, is something that really helps me just become peaceful. Really, I just like to go. And I'm telling you, I don't even know how I made these. I don't know what was possessing me to draw the way I did, but wow. Thank you, Cooper. Appreciate that very much. A couple important totems in order to live a good life. You must love, you must think, you must be true, you must care, you must give. I think giving and care are pretty similar. Maybe that's why they're together. But that's the thinker. In case you've seen him. Rodin, thinker. These two pieces coming up. This one is one of the simplest pieces you could ever make. I think there's hardly anything to it. There's couple blotches of color, black and white, some arrows. But it just gives to me, it gives a sense of motion. It gives a sense of stability. I called this one As Simple As. It is now for sale on OpenSea. The next one is called I Can Make It. So those two together are As Simple As I Can Make It. But I like this one because it has the positive up arrows talking about I don't know, up is positive, right? That's what we always say. So it's got up arrows, got some positivity to it. And me saying that I can make it. This is one that's actually a combination of two pieces. I was practicing telepathy with one individual, and it's very strange to be inside of someone else's head, and to have thoughts that you're not sure whether or not they're your thoughts or their thoughts. It's pretty unique, and I don't really know how to explain it. In English, I've found that I don't tend to talk much. I was listening to a Rick Rubin podcast today, and one of the things he says is that he doesn't really talk much outside of just like in his daily life, he doesn't typically talk very much, which I found it simple as me. I don't really talk that much in my day. I talk a lot while I'm on stream, kind of because I have to. Because otherwise it'd just be dead silence, and I've done that before, and it's not very fun. But yeah, for some reason I was able to be telepathic with someone. It's really real. So it's called Death Wish. Those eyes, something in them. I don't know what it is. But she got me. Very tiny. This one's called I'm Feeling Better. But you can see right on top of it. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but it says almost. But I did circle I'm Feeling Better. And this was one of the first I did in the series. It does not have a little heart next to the signature, which is very important to this entire sequence, and does kind of round out the story. It does make me feel like I gave my heart away. I'm not mad that I did in any way, shape, or form. That's what you have to do in order to be an artist. You must keep a gentle heart in order to let the world impact you and then internalize and reflect. So I am feeling much better. And I do want to say a big thank you to the girl that inspired all of this. I just want to find the words to talk about it, but geez, it's so hard because I really want to keep it private, maybe in her, even though it's one of those things where it's like, perhaps I'm giving it too much energy when it doesn't need that, or perhaps it's not done. Perhaps there's more to the story. Perhaps there's something I missed. I'm not sure. But I could say that the memories were some of the most unique I've ever created, and I just have to say thank you. And the earrings were made for her, in case you watched my last video. But yeah, that is what I call proof of thought. It is the 69 pieces that I decided to tell a story of love, loss, personal destruction, and rebuilding in order to form a more complete identity of who I am, with a very, very, very good learning lesson now encoded into my DNA. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you're interested in purchasing any NFTs, you can definitely check that out in the link in the description. They are available. They will have a print aspect to them. If you're interested in that and you want to hang it on your wall, there are some perks and benefits. I believe percentage is going to the American Heart Association. And if the physical pieces do get sold, there will be a monetary kickback to the owner of the NFT. So, yeah, that's what I got. That is proof of thought. I want to say thank you to my sister for getting me paint markers. I want to say thank you to anyone who watched this live stream now or in the future and heard me talk about my inconclusive thoughts about the state of technology in the world and um, how I'm just so lost and confused in whether or not I actually like the digital world and whether I need it or don't. Am I pursuing something that I should be pursuing? Am I taking myself away from what I really need to be doing, which is living, giving, loving, and creating in the physical world? So I'm still figuring it all out. I know everyone else is too. I hope this can at least push the ball forward and provide some jumping off points for thoughts for the rest of you guys to think. Um, yeah, peace. I love you.